protozoans. These are comes under Protista. Yes, we have to see the general characteristics of the protozoans. These all protozoans are heterotrophs. All protozoans are heterotrophs. Which means what is that? These are all organisms are always depend on other organisms. These are not synthesize their own food. It is always depend on other organisms for the food. So these are all heterotrophs and live as predators. Predators are parasites. It's always depend on other organisms for the food. Yes, they do not contain cell wall. They do not contain cell wall. Yes, and the protoplasm is surrounded by plasma membrane. The protoplasm is surrounded by plasma membrane. Here the protoplasm nothing but like the cell wall. Without cell wall there is a cell. Without cell wall that is called the protoplasm. A cell without cell wall that is called protoplasm. That protoplasm which is surrounded by the plasma membrane. Surrounded by the plasma membrane. Here there are four major groups of the protozoans. Four major groups of the protozoans that are amoeboid protozoans, flagellated protozoans, ciliated protozoans and sporozoans. Here we have to discuss about that is amoeboid protozoans. Amoeboid protozoans. See, these amoeboid protozoans are living fresh as well as marine water and moist soil also. These are living fresh water, marine water and moist soil also. And they move and capture their prey by putting the pseudopodia. By putting pseudopodia, it is also called as false feet. It is also called as false feet. They move and capture their prey by putting out the pseudopodia. It is also called as a false feet. False feet as an amoeba. As an amoeba. Yes, here these marine forms, some are marine forms have silica shells. Some marine forms have silica shells on their surface. On their surface, some of them are such as entamoeba. Some of them are such as entamoeba is a parasite. Entamoeba histolytica is a parasite. Some of them are parasites. These are the characteristics of the amoeboid protozoans. So next one, the flagellated protozoans. See, this is the second group, flagellated protozoans. Here, the flagellated protozoan, the members of this group are either free living or parasitic. These are also parasitic, either free living or parasitic, and they have the flagella. They have the flagella. That's why we are calling the flagellated protozoans. That's why we are calling the flagellated protozoans. That's why they are having the flagella. Here, the flagella, which means they are used to move one place to the other place. Yes, the parasitic forms. These parasitic forms causes diseases such as sleeping sickness. Example, Trypanosoma gambiense. It is causing the sleeping sickness. It is a disease. Yes, coming to the next one, there is a ciliated protozoans. Ciliated protozoans. So these are aquatic. And actively moving organisms. Because of the presence of thousands of cilia. Because of presence of thousands of the cilia. That's why we are calling the ciliated protozoans. Here, what is the main function of the cilia? It is used to move the one place to the other place, and it is also used to the searching of the food material. Here, they have the cavity. These organisms they have the cavity. It's also called as gullet. That opens to the outside of the cell. That opens to the outside of the cell surface. Here, see, it is a gullet. Which is opens to the outside of the cell surface, outside of the organism surface. Here, this is the gullet. It is opens to the outer surface. Here, it is forming the food vacuoles. We used to form the food vacuoles and these food vacuoles are enter into this in the cell, and say yes, these are having a cavity that opens to the outside of the cell surface, and the coordinated movement of the rows of cilia, yes, causes the water laden with food to be steered into the gullet. This is the function of another function of the cilia. Here, the coordinated movement of the rows of cilia that causes the water laden with food to be steered into the gullet. One is the moving, and another one is causes the water laden with food to be steered into the gullet. Example, the paramecium. It is paramecium. Say this is the cilia, the outer surface. See, this is the hair-like structures. These are called cilia. And here this is the gullet. See, this is the oral groove, and this is the gullet which is open into the oral groove, which is the outer surface of the cell. And here these are having one is the major nucleus, and another one is the minor nucleus. Both nucleus are present in the paramecium. Here, these are the characteristics of the ciliated protozoans. Why? Because these are having the cilia. That's why we are calling the ciliated protozoans. Here, coming to the next thing, that is sporozoans. Here, these includes diverse organisms that have an infectious spore-like stage. In their life cycle. Infectious spore-like stage. Yes, the most notorious is Plasmodium. It's a malarial parasite which causes the malaria, which has a staggering effect on human population. It's a malaria which is here high fever with shivering. That is a characteristic of the malaria disease. Here, that malaria disease which is caused by the sporozoans, especially this is Plasmodium. So these are the characteristics of the protozoans. Thank you.